Well, how are we doing on this thankful Thursday, this fourth day of this here calendar year? And of course, this is your man, Gregory Clark, MMA. And it's so interesting at times? You'd be surprised when what we would describe as an angel thought will pop into your head. You would think that it only pops into those opportunities or those ideas only pop up into you when you're asleep. But technically, you can entertain angel thoughts, when you're awake. Sometimes you may call it an aha moment. Some people may say when the spirit lands, or, you know, insight, or perspective, or all of a sudden, where did that thought come from? So, regardless of how you declare it to be, because we know people will have their manifestations and how it is that they wish for it to manifest through. There's not one way. And I was talking with someone yesterday, and it was an interesting dialogue. We were talking about the fact that there are different ways to get to a destination. Sometimes we may be caught up in what's comfortable for us or only thing that we see and know, and we start to maybe become a little judgmental on everything else. And so I know, as it says in the good book, judge, so shall ye be judged. So there are times that we must recognize, and I do that all the time, especially if I'm with my wife in the car. She'll be like, wait a minute, the Google or the direction said go this way. And something I may know, like that funny commercial that said, the gentleman says, I know how to cut 5 minutes off our trip. And all of a sudden, I go a different way, and we get there either even faster or just another way that wasn't necessarily mapped out. It was a different way, but we got and arrived to our destination safely. We got to where that we wish to experience or desire to experience. Excuse me for cursing. Anytime you hear say the word wish, put in the comments, stop cursing at us. We get that desire to get that thing done and get that thing propelled, and we got to the destination properly. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. So we didn't just necessarily have to go that way, that one way to get to our destination? And the answer is yes. We're probably close to 8 billion people on this planet now. And that is, when you really break it down, that is 8 billion different ways of thought, 8 billion different ways of moving, 8 billion different ways of arriving to a particular way or particular destination. And when you start to recognize, good morning, and when you start to recognize that you can allow that self the possibility that if someone goes in a way or does something a little differently or does that in a particular vibration that we may not be used to, that instead of us ready to give a side eye, let's think about that for a moment. And I thank God for Bishop Carlton Pearson, who started to recognize, through the gospel of inclusion. So yeah, for some of you out there, it's not that I'm talking about faith, but I am. Because faith has to be in your business, or how you gonna propel yourself in as an entrepreneur. You have to have some sort of gumption, some sort of belief system in order for you to be effective. So I just thank God when I think about Bishop Carlton Pearson or Bishop Eben R. Jordan, or, anyone that's a thought leader that's willing to step outside the box, step outside the grain, and step outside the comfort zone. And through that, you start to see that you can create a whole new space that can be an extreme blessing for others and allows you to free yourself and be freeing to be your greatest being on this plane. Okay? So as always, I appreciate those who continue to like, follow, comment, share, and favorite. Be blessed. Don't get caught up in nobody else's mess. No, 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 no. And be thankful, especially on this here Thursday. Let's flow and grow powerfully. Peace and nothing but love.